simple mask. To some, is a symbol of our current societal situation, but to me, I think it can be even much more bigger. Go further. I think this is a symbol of why TikTok. We need to start thinking more smarter, more accurately, more precise towards a destination, but most importantly, more like a unified community that we actually are, and start working towards a goal for the success that we all can benefit from. And with that being said, I would like to just say hello and thank you so much for taking your precious time in watching this video of mine. And I hope you can leave here with a bountiful opportunity that you can take in your life and your journey as well. I would like to welcome you to what I call J's of an MVE, the need for a socioeconomic hero to emerge in our society. Not just myself, but I'm hoping it might be you as well. Not just to talk, not just to shine, but to bring forth a solution that is desperately needed in our society today. You see, somebody once told me that it is very wrong to start a presentation without the proper introduction. And to that, I simply reply, but this is not a presentation. I have no slides. This is an education for I have a life and I bring you some lessons. To give you a short background about myself, my name is Jonathan Erua. I am the founder and owner of a local service here within the city of Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada called MVE Effect. I always like to use the acronym MVE, but today I'm here to talk about J's of an MVE. The J stands for Johnny, and the MVE, I'm putting my most valuable effort to get to my destination, which is success in my life. And I know you are very similar to me. You also want success with whatever your goal is, as far as not to hurt people, as far as not to spy, as far as not to be another negative in a world filled with so much conflict and negatives. A little background about myself and origin is I was born September 30, 1994 in an amazing country called Nigeria. I don't like to put labels. I don't put third world or first place. I just know it's an amazing country. I was born with a beautiful, loving and caring family. I was situated in an environment filled with so much support. So trust me, I do understand that support is very much needed in society. My educational background, I graduated from Lakehead University with economics and political science. So please, I'm not an idiot, but you're allowed to have your own opinions on anything. But yes, I graduated with a degree. That was a very big milestone for me in my life. Professionally, I've worked in various diverse sectors, from painting to cleaning to working in warehouses. I've worked in international centers, I've worked in human rights services, I've done volunteering, I've added my own opinions in various board meetings, and I'm gathering all of this to formulate what I hope can be something that makes a very big impact in my life, your life, and everybody around our society, even those under the rock, even the ones their head is still above in the clouds. My status within advocacy is very simple. I don't like to make it very complicated. I'm an all lives matter activist. I know. You can bring your hate and conflict, no problem. You are still loved. You see, I believe that whether you're bringing in a bad opinion or a good opinion in society, you are a member, an integral part in what needs to be reorganized, which is a unified community. And I think the moment we start to be friends to our enemies, the more we can turn those enemies to be better, accountable people within our society. Purpose. You may never hear me talk about my life's problems or struggles. You see, I learned the hardest of ways that instead of shooting trees all day, I need to focus more on driving in the paint. Let these problems or obstacles know that even when they lock me down, tie my hands, chain or press me, it is my destiny to make them regret it. I will always break loose, for success is not about attack every day. It's about the calm in a storm, because you're already prepared for the new challenge. So these days, I'd rather talk about my triumphs. I think about all this when I'm feeling down, when I'm on the verge of losing it. I turn on my stove and grab a pot. Now I don't only talk about my triumphs, I rather talk about my journeys. For my life has purpose. J's of an MVE, the need for a socioeconomic hero to emerge. J's of an MVE, the need for a socioeconomic hero to emerge. The J's stands for Johnny, MVE, I'm putting my most valuable effort to get to my destination for success. You know, speaking of education, I always find myself having to simplify and also create a little bit of understanding of what different things actually mean. For example, I went to an event where somebody actually had a presentation called the journey of something, the journey of this person from here to there, the journey of blah blah blah, how I got this, all those kind of things. And it got me really confused because I'm like, majority of this wasn't a journey. Majority of this was just an individual wandering. And it got me to understand that a lot of people actually don't know what a journey is and what it's about. You see, one of the major differences between a journey and wandering is very cliche. When you're wandering, you're lost. You have no plan. You might have dreams, you might have goals, but you don't have plans. You don't have equipment, you don't have resources, you don't have advantages, you don't have fuel in your car. You're lost. You're not even going on smooth roads, you're going to uncharted waters, you're going through wildernesses, you're going through struggles, trials and tribulations every day. You made a plan like, oh, I want to dream big, but now you're facing even little obstacles and you're always wondering, I should have known how to avoid this. That is the definition of wandering. When you're on a journey, it's almost like you have decided one day that, you know what, I'm fed up with my current life and situation. I want to find a change. I want to be a better impact for my family, for my future, for my community. And then you decide, okay, fine, I'm going to go online, I'm going to check Flight Network, or I'm going to check with the used to be Greyhound. Or I'm just going to rent a car from whether it's, an Enterprise or whatever. I'm going to get a vehicle. My destination is Toronto. My destination is Edmonton. My destination is Lagos. My destination is this, is that. It's to go to China, it's to go to India. You pack your bags, you fold it. You do a little bit of research. What is the weather like? What's the cost? You make sure you save up money, you do that. You go and you get on that road, on that journey, and you move it. You're in a car, you're in a transportation service. You're going to your destination. You have a plan. You've done research, consultation. You make sure that you want to get to your destination. You have checked the weather report. You have checked some of the barriers and challenges that's going to affect you on this journey. And now you are alert and aware of it. The day you get on the plane and you beside a screaming baby or a snoring person, you know what to do, earbuds. That is what a journey is about. It's about planning, precise. It's about gathering the equipment to reach your destination for success. And a lot of people always believe in their mind, they get hyped, say, don't worry, keep on going, keep on going. I know you are struggling, but keep on going. You are on a journey. But trust me, I had to learn the hard way that a journey actually takes a lot of preparation, time, precision. It takes a lot of interacting with people who are even mentors, people that are more experienced, more knowledgeable. It's about keeping an open mind, because really the goal at the end of the day is not to hold hands or to do this or do that. It's to reach your destination, because you have made that goal in the first place, that you want to change your current outcome. You want to have a better impact on your family, on your life. You want to have a better chance for success. So you're going to put in the time, the sacrifice to make sure that you get to your destination. And this analogy can be applied to so many things in life. From like, I actually want to travel to Toronto, from I actually want to get to India, to actually want to change my current financial life. I'm tired of all these mental health issues, all these worries, depression, anxiety. Why am I never sure when I'm putting the work? I want to change this. I want to have a better income. I want to have a Lambo. I want my mother and my father to have a Lambo. I want to make sure that my wife, my spouse never lacks, my kids never lack. They're going to go to the best schools. I want to reach my goal. What can I do? It can be applied to advocacy, whether you're an underrepresented person or a person who feels that the world is filling your head with that you're so privileged, but really you need support, but they're not giving you. What can I do to change my life? I need to be on a journey.
Planning. Some people know how to, some people don't. But one thing is for sure, humans will always pretend like they sabi planning. Humans plan to get equality, justice, and fairness. To tackle systemic brutality, not just the police, but the financial, economical, and social that gave that evil an easy layup. We kept making this plan like a bed, but till today, we're not laying in success. You see, to stick to a plan means discipline, self-control, avoiding conflict and distractions. Commitment to a plan is like ignoring your ex calls when sticking to a good relationship. It also means absence from failure. But instead of sticking to this plan, humans stopped at Karen's house, shouting, "Recognize your privilege, kiss my feet," asking for reparation. Who has more problems than the other? Sorry if it seems like I'm blaming anyone in particular. I guess pointing fingers, hating, and throwing conflict is easily contagious. I need to shake it off. For we can't fix history, we can only plan for a better future. We all deserve to win. No matter our gender, our race, sexuality, functional inabilities, together we are more stronger than independence. J's of an MVE, the need for a socioeconomic hero to emerge.
For some reason, I just feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for that last content, and that's life. Anyways, I hope at this point you have comprehended the understanding of what a journey is. Like I said, I'm not that educated. I have a university degree, no master's, no PhD, no major ego. Just an average Joe. But I hope at this point you have an understanding of what a journey, because this next part is very important. It's about simply participating for success. You found your purpose, you found your meaning, you found your goal. You understand what a journey is right now. You're already thinking, I need to have a plan. I've written the steps, check 1, check 2, task 1, task 2. How am I going to move around like the pieces of a puzzle to really make this picture come to life? Who I really am, what I can do in society. And that brings to the next point, participation. How can I move forward with this agenda, with this plan, with this goal? How can I be more successful? You see, throughout my entire life in this world, 27 and counting, many more to come, I have found one little tool in my tool belt. I have realized that one of the best ways to be more successful in this life, sure, you can wait for community support, sure, you can wait for help, but self-advocacy is one of the biggest and most underserved tools being used in society. Man, the greats, they know this. The people that overcome major and huge barriers, they know this. Hey, how did you move forward in life? How did you achieve that goal? I was my own self-advocate. I was my own Superman. I was my own Wonder Woman. I was my own Green Lantern. I was the one that shined where there was no light, no way for me to move. I was the one that pushed. And I always encourage people to always have this mindset when entering into society. You go for an event, always make sure you check the mirror to see if there's something in your teeth before another person tells you. Make sure you're the one working to get out of problems before problems remind you that you need to get out. Always be the person that is always self-aware. I always say self-independency is not a selfish analogy, especially when you're trying to connect better in your community as a better ally, as somebody who is even there to support those people that have been supporting you. You don't want to be the person whose everyday life is all about waiting on the line for funding. You won't even be the person that is even giving the government funding, like, hey government, man, you're not doing enough. You're not helping people enough. This issue is breaking people's back. Is not bringing solution. I want to make sure that I'm also helping and contributing for you. I just went on Friday. I went to clean my own community to make sure that we get out of this current societal situation. That way kids don't have to come into a world and sue us because we are allowing them and making their life about wearing masks. We have to make sure that we are our own self-advocate. We have to be the strong ones for us. I know it's tough, I know it's not easy, but nothing in this life is guaranteed to be easy. In fact, there was an analogy that says even a baby, there's a study that shows that even a baby's job in this life is far the hardest. A baby's job in this life is far the hardest. From swimming out of your father's, to being born in a world filled with obstacles, to make sure that all these things that's going on around that you have no control over, parental decision, environmental decision, is still not going to hinder your ability to bring forth your life. Even the baby is self-advocating. That's why they cry. That's why they smile. That's why they connect. So that you can help change their diapers better. I always like to encourage people to always have this mindset when entering into society, when entering into a plan. Keep an open mind, man. Let your mind be so open, man, because knowledge is something that is so vast. The day you accept that you're so knowledgeable, that's the day you might never be knowledgeable. And I always try to encourage people every day to always be your own self-advocate. Always be the one like, hey, wait, movement, I know. You've been speaking for us for years. You've been telling us what we should be expecting, I'm not looking for no reparation right now. If you give me enough money, it's gonna go down the drain. I need a better plan. I need a better solution. I don't want other people to speak for me. I need to speak for myself. I need to ask myself, what do I want in this life? I need to be my own self-advocate.
Yeah. Let me breathe. That's what judges said to the poor, but they hearing it. Enemies, let me live. If you like destiny, just know it can be good or bad. Unlike stock, if I'm down, I can also go up. An MVE, yeah. Come flex with me now. Shout to Judgy, but here comes the crowd with their conflict and judging. One minority is still on the ground, out of breath from running. Chasing breath from morning till morning. An MVE, yeah. Come flex with me now. This is the right timing for my army. Only one my vibe factors that design me. Design it, think about it. It's like that horror movie scene I know for sleep. Every slave just wanted to be free. Every victim of brutality just wanted to leave. They didn't want no reparation, they didn't want your food. They know this world only has enemies and fake love energy. But if you're lucky, get family. An MVE, yeah. Come flex with me now. Yeah.
Feels good. Well, I hope you're still hanging on with me. We're about to end this amazing show, and I hope so far you've been able to get a lot of information, understanding, and even things that's going to really change and open thought that that flow for your success to happen within society. We're entering into a new year. You have a better lens now. You have a better view for how your life might even take a new shape. No matter how rich you are, you're going to get richer. No matter how down you are, you can still get more upper. So anyways, let's get down to the last part of this show. You see, I once heard someone say that the patient dog gets the fattest bone. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, that's definitely an animal. I cannot take that advice. I need to be more patient, more adequate than an animal. That way, when blessing comes for me, it literally breaks my bed. It's so much, it's vast. And there's only one thing that I can always think can help you get to your destination after you've really adequately added all these things together, and it's called persistence. My father once told me one thing I never forget. He said, when you have a good head, when you have a good mindset, when you have a good way of looking at life, when you have a good goal, when you have a good plan, when you're participating right, you're waking up early on time, you're making sure you're doing your push-up all the time. When you see life like a gym, when you're always going, sure, maybe after 3 days, 4 days, not working out, but trust me, they said, once you put in the time, once you're always showing up to the volunteer service, when you're always putting that work, when you're always being persistent, it is literally science. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. When you keep showing to the gym, something has to buffer up. Something has to grow up. Something has to change in your life. In fact, the first 2 days you go to the gym, you're no longer the guy you used to be. You're no longer the lady you used to be. You're even better. Now you just have to keep on going further. And I always try to encourage people to be very persistent. Because in life, there's so many things that's going to discourage you. Especially now on social media, when people go from, oh, we need to help people, to going back to idolizing celebrities. Like, why do I care what Kim Kardashian is getting in her law degree? There's so many people that have broken barriers and didn't even have that much support, and they still pass the bar. There are people that have broken so bigger barriers, but I don't understand why it's a story. It's a story because even today, I don't even believe that she really got that bad. I think something is fishy there. Someone needs to investigate that, to be honest. It's just the same way when people are getting people out of prisons after lawyers have been there. I'm like, something fishy is going on here. Someone needs to investigate this. I'm sorry for putting down another person. I really believe in uplifting people, but that was just too easy. But persistence is one thing that's going to get us to our destination in life. It's going to get us to our goal, no matter what we're facing in life. You just have to be somebody that is really believing in themselves, believing in that plan, believing in that outcome that they have. And trust me, if you have a plan to reach $1 million and you have the right connection, you have the right service, you have the right work ethic, you're already a millionaire. Call your mother, call your spouse, call your friend, say, hey, go and buy that, go and buy it all. I'm already a millionaire, go and just tell the person I say, tell the person you will my vibe effect, this is my goal, this is my plan, this is how far I'm reaching it, I'm going to pay that in no time, no problem, it's going to be easy. Because persistence pays off at the end of the day. So if you don't take anything from this, always remember that purpose is the foundation of our success in our life. The right purpose, the right goal is big. Planning, are you kidding me? Is there any food without the right sauce? If you don't put in the right sauce, the right equipment, how are you going to get there? Participation, you have to interact, you have to go to the market, you have to be checking if the pot is boiling, you have to move the regulator, you have to put in effort, you have to make an action, that way you get a successful reaction. And then lastly, persistence. With that work ethic, that dedication, that application is really going to get to that destination. So don't be worried about what somebody else is getting, what somebody is not getting. Worry about, man, do I want 1 Lambo or 2 Lambo? Do I want my mother to smile 24 hours, or do I want her to smile for 2 days? What do I want? That is what you should be more focused on. How many people do you want to bring to not the Last Supper, but the everlasting supper? So I want to encourage you to please take this into your journey as you go into the new year. Remember what I said, more smarter, more accurately, more like a community that works together outside of conflict. Conflict is easy, barrier is easy, challenges, that's life can give you that one easy. What's not promised to us is success. What's not promised to us is support. What is not promised to us is that precise dedication. My name is Jonathan Erua, founder and owner of My VE Effect. I hope I didn't take too much of your time, and I hope you can really benefit something from watching the J's of an MVE, the need for a socioeconomic hero to emerge. Not just myself, but you as well. So I want to look you in the eye. Please make sure you keep supporting my platform, my company, my service.